All right. So let's just show on the road again. When Derp gets back, we just it will be a little bit disjointed timeline wise. We're gonna keep going from where we ended off, and when he shows up, we're gonna like record scratch VHS reverse a little bit because I did remember one thing that Chivis gave Raikomo with intention that Raikomo will deliver that to Pastor. Basically an idea enabler for creating an outpost, fast travel point in the castle's dungeon area, pretty much, because that's can work as a safe haven. For bookkeeping stuff, just so that we can quickly go over this. Basically figure out for Chivis. I guess that picture works, considering the inspiration.
LeBlanc.
Zira.
No, that's
I
Zyra.
thought. Yeah, that's Zira. What do you mean?
They all look the same.
They all have the exact same face.
No. It's because of a specific skin design. Zira looks.
There's a
notably
LeBlanc skin with the
different.
same like feather.
Yeah, no.
cloak.
I
Like the
don't
Coven
deny what you're
skin.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying base Zira looks not like that specifically.
I'm gonna be honest. Given what they show in this skin, you could have said that was Kindred, and I probably would have believed you.
Yeah, no,
I could have said that's Aurelia, and you'd been like, "Oh yeah, that's Aurelia."
Yeah, sure, obviously, dude. I believe it. Fuck it.
I don't think.
Yeah, there's a difference between the jaw.
I just need to, but only to.
Yeah, that
They
would
have
be a real
green.
challenging game if you just
Yeah,
like crop
mouse,
the skin to
uh,
just the face, and be like, all right, guess the champion.
Yeah, that's
What
the
the-
handout for you specifically regarding the book and
Oh,
the
that
deal.
music. What was it? Sting. That was a musical sting.
Look at the fucking similarities, y'all.
Just-
First of all,
Oh, I'm not saying they're not, but that's the
I know.
same
I'm
skin
just looking at
design.
it.
yeah,
the
yeah.
splash art now, but side by side, and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck?
I basically wanted to like find something Zyra related, but with like light style elements.
Yeah, she looks
Uh,
sick.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's our friend.
Oh, I can do some silly shit with this. Skippy.
I derp.
Hello.
Oh, there.
Hello.
All right.
Derp, I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Kivus, did they inherit your like fury and anger that you represent? Like the merciless way that you attack people? The love of fire, like did they inherit that?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I mean, it was said that when creating them, that the concentrated light that I was using had the emotion anger in it.
Oh. Looks into the camera.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Robot Hulk. Robot Hulk.
Now that you are like here in the chat, is anyone willing and able to give like a short recap to their what happened last time? Because some important things happened.
I nominate Cap.
Wow. I will do my best. How many sessions did you miss?
I think
Just the
one.
one.
Just the
Yeah.
one.
All
From
right,
what
so-
I understand,
Go ahead.
we basically made a dubious, won't kill each other existence with the Night Lord we discovered, freed him, and then I proceeded to beg for combat the entire time. Went down after giving it everything I had, literally everything I had. And then we decided that Ibram would be smarter. That's all I remember from last session.
Essentially, Ibram was very excited to test his might against the Lord of Might,
It wasn't me
and we
being
were
like dumb.
okay, well, we're gonna make sure that like we don't kill each other, and if there is any sort of idea like first blood or something like that, we would stop. Right? Was the agreement between us and the Night Lord, and the Night Lord didn't even use a weapon and beat Ibram half to death. Just throwing him around like he was a fucking teddy bear, just like bam.
We also got the Night Lord to give us a safe word.
Yeah.
Pineapples.
Pineapple.
Yes, that's very important piece of lore, actually.
It'll come up later. I guarantee you
will.
it'll come up later.
I'll make
We're gonna
it
fight
come
him
up
next time, and
later.
we're gonna say pineapple. He'll remember. It'll be really like a touching moment. Anyway,
Like talking with your ex
Font-
kind of deal.
Thought stopped fighting after we realized that he was in I'm sorry, I didn't recognize your game kind of situation.
Basically.
Mechanically, we couldn't do anything to him as
Yeah.
far as masters go. Yeah.
Like immune to spells,
Literally.
immune to conditions. Like this bitch was a monk. Like
No,
could just action stop that shit if you wanted to.
well, one of the abilities, if you didn't read it, it was like if he rolls a d6 and he rolled a 6, he bounces back the attack at you.
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah, it was.
It was a greater what's it called?
Spell resistance.
It was spell reflection, but it was almost like if you were like the monk missile snatch, like the missile snatching that they
But
do.
it was
yeah.
all spells.
Yeah,
it was like
missile
all
It was
deflection,
all
yeah.
spells
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Not all, like specifically, it has to
It's spell
be
tag.
Targeted.
line. Oh,
He was
yeah,
so
attack-
muscly he could reflect the spells with his physical body.
Yeah, if it was essentially a harming attack, like an AoE or something like that, or an attack roll, he could just fucking bunk and just like mirror back to you.
Flex, just like model flex. Just bam,
Yeah.
right back at you.
We were like, obviously like you're in a different class. Like very evidently, so we called off the fight and he was like, cool, bye. And then he walked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
then
and we
got
fought in his
Stuff
personal
from the
realm.
vault, and yeah.
in like the,
No.
I mean, personal realm, like more like a prison that he basically his presence, which adjusted it so that he was like comfortable waiting for some challenger to
Domain
appear.
expansion.
And for context, there, before the fight happened, at least twice, I said to the party, "This is above CR20 creature." So-
Cap was the
Cool,
only
what
one who
Night
went
Lord
into
for.
this thinking it would be some sort of even fight.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Look, I thought about my character, and I realized there are a few motivations about him, and one of his motivations is essentially Goku. I fight to get stronger.
I was more so meaning your
That is
player
fair.
reaction when you were surprised at all
This
the
is-
things he could do.
Yeah, I
it was just
also
like, yeah.
it was also a really good way to scout the CR20 creature ahead of time and prepare around
He's like
possibly
CR20
taking him out.
Prepare.
yeah.
For, it was like a
23.
25 guy. Or, yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
somewhere around.
yeah.
Yeah, scout out the final fucking boss of this campaign
Guys.
potentially.
No, I don't think it's final. This guy's probably like the third chump.
We were told he was not the
Yeah.
strongest in terms
He's not
of
the strongest.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the
sheer
player
damage.
Potentially.
for
We
the
don't know
player
what'll happen.
characters, he CR wise, he's not the highest Night Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say,
For
just for
once-
clarity's sake.
For once,
Oh, sorry.
he doesn't have multiple save or die abilities
Mhm.
Okay.
apart from
It's just
Pyro Ward Kill.
damage,
But
yeah. He doesn't have
Uh,
an instant death effect, yeah.
I do have a question though. Do we know of 3 or 4 Night Lords? Because it was Hellstrom, Beckett, Madness Guy, and Hidden Guy? Or is
No,
Hidden
we saw
Guy
the Yellow
Beckett?
King. We
Yeah,
heard about
Yellow
the Yellow King and the Crimson King,
Okay.
and then Beckett and this man. Whose name I
Hellstrom.
keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
yeah,
Hellstrom.
it's Hellstrom. Yeah.
In
So okay, I
season-
just want to make sure.
in season 1, Vale, as a reward for like one of the visions when you were like spelunking, learned the titles of 4 Night Lords. I just don't remember what those were. But I know I gave that information. I just simply don't remember because I personally didn't write them anywhere.
So theoretically, it could be more than 4 we know presently, if we can recall those others.
We
Oh,
know there are more.
Also-
we just don't know how many.
I know
I know
we are like
that guy.
going around. One last bit of information because that would also be new knowledge to Pastor. Sasa openly admitted that she's working with
Oh,
make
yeah,
a deal with
right.
Beckett.
That's
Oh.
right, and I almost put a hole through Sasa.
And to be fair, I wasn't
boy.
sure, but we kind of thought that it was more likely that if push comes to shove, Pastor would choose loyalty with like, you know, OG party member. If like others like try to attack Sasa.
I mean, it's your choice, but you know, yeah, Sasa's like, yeah, I'm working with Beckett. I know him.
I think specifically because one, yeah, Pastor had been working with Sasa for longer, and also he'd also experienced meeting Beckett and whatnot. Kind of, he was there-ish. He would definitely take the side of Sasa.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
That
suspected.
was my out of character reasoning. I was like, Pastor has unending loyalty to the first group.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Without doubt, if he's heard any fucking thing happen, he would immediately like drop what he was doing to help out the original group.
Okay, thankfully it didn't come to blows, but
It almost did. Now I saw suspiciously all the time.
Alright. And okay, good thing that we are here, so we don't have to do the weird timey-wimey jump, but it will be like a small flashback, as essentially here it was the dungeon of the castle. Now that the vault has been dispelled, and can disable these walls, and the treasure within has been taken, packed into various backpacks and whatnot. Pastor would be reminded, because I assume, as a dutiful vassal, Raikomo would deliver to Pastor a certain item that Chivis gave him.
I do that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was a seed, like a, I mean, seed, but not like this like small thing, kinda more like a size of a corn. I'm blanking on the word because I'm not really like a botanist.
Corn is seed too. Yeah, it's a kernel.
A kernel, yeah, something like that. And Pastor, like, this vault does have, like, now that the extra dimension has been removed, actually I can pause. You get an idea that, well, one of the reasons Chivis gave you that is it is possible to like expand the network, so to speak, and her assistants, like, she's able to assist in helping you create outposts. While also this was information given to the entire party. It's part of the handout, loot handout, in terms of information, that while you have purged the usurper and the entrenched forces of darkness, the way the corruption itself has seeped too deeply, and you simply do not have time or manpower resources to bother restoring the entire bastion, the entire castle, to functionality. However, turning this dungeon area into an outpost, it is possible, and by planting a seed that you have received from Chivis, like somewhere here, it would grow. And, well, you know what sort of ability she has, that she's able to travel through plants. And essentially, for players' information, that it is, like, basically, through using that seed, it is possible to make an outpost here and, like, essentially create, like, a fast travel point between here and City of Hope. Of course, it will need a little bit of time to grow up, so it's, like, not possible to use it right this moment, so it still be quicker for now to basically travel back on foot, or, well, using your likes these.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm also not like asking. The pastor doesn't need to make any rolls for that because, well, it's been quite a few months that you have already you were working with Chivis. She's your creation, so you know what does it do. Even if you're you're not a druid or nature inclined, but she explains
Right.
stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Pastor would definitely plant it.
Right? Potential, but in the near future,
Cast create water.
fast travel point acquired.
Yeah. Immediately just fucking casts light on it.
And I'll cast. I have create water, so I can just.
Yep.
Water and can. Also, I was able to find the titles that you gave to Vale, and they are in the chat.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's good. Okay, with that done, because I specifically wanted this for Pastor, the party gathered their loot and began to move out. And the idea was, I believe the plan at the last session that was approved is that as you'll be traveling back in the general direction of City of Hope, you will be taking a detour to, I mean, a small detour, it's like more or less along the way, checking in at the ruined library, because when you defeated the usurper here, the freed souls of the defenders showed up, at least one of them, that looked like basically older version of Captain Lastimosa. You suspected either father or I think it was like assumption that it was a father. That, well, thanked you for your work, but also said something about like other enslaved souls. And Pastor would recall being in that place beforehand, that the librarian did had specters, that the souls of the fallen as part of his like staff as a sources of information.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the idea. And as you are traveling to the forestry areas, the darkness is still here. Like, the sun has not been repaired, but it is a distinct difference in the level of activity that you are facing. There are still some movement in the darkness, shadows skulking around, various creatures of the dark appearing from time to time, but it's like every few hours, but not every few minutes. It almost feels like by striking a blow against the usurper and vanquishing him, you've managed to at least temporarily affect the larger area. So pretty much for 2 days of journeying, several pulses, you pretty much deal with no issues whatsoever, no challenge worth your time, just random wandering tormented souls, shadows that are dispatched just as quickly as they show up. And around the third day, there will be a different encounter. But for that, I just need to ask, get an idea of like how stealthy or not this group would be, so I know, so that I would know like how to set the tone.
We are traipsing behind a 12-foot elephant man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Not very.
That's my question. Right. So around the third day, at least judging from this point in time, if that will make a difference, your characters can click long rest button, just in case if you like used any spells and whatnot, because yeah, you would have a chance to do at least one long rest along the way. Yeah. So traveling, suddenly you are not surprised because that person is also not bothering to hide, but emerging from one of the thicker bushes as you carve your path through the untended wilderness, you come across a humanoid figure, and upon closer inspection, not an undead, which is surprising. That is crossing your path, and not many details are seen about them, like they are hooded, cloaked, with dark red coloration. But what is most distinct is that their face is covered by like a sheet of paper, kind of in a style of, like, I don't know if you like recall Jiangxi zombies. They have this like paper thingy covering their face.
Oh, yeah.
The
So
jumping zombies. Yeah.
Yeah, so in the similar style, this creature's person's face is covered by that, and on that paper there is symbol that I'm gonna show you. Layers.
Now, I'm not a scientist, but we saw a yellow sign and a red sign.
Ketchup
And,
and mustard.
We did hear that they hated each other.
Yeah.
You said we did get a long rest?
Yeah, like
Okay.
beforehand.
Oh. Okay, I need to do that. It's definitely something I forgot to do.
Okay. Are they doing anything presently? Do they see us and are like moving, or are they just kind of like that, like deer in headlights for both parties?
It's not deer in
At
the
the moment.
headlight. They, as it becomes clear that you seeing each other, they will not focus on a group. They specifically offer a shallow bow, and with most of the parties inside, you'll be able to tell that they are mostly focusing on Winona. And as this being humanoid gives a shallow bow, he says, "This humble servant delivers a standing invitation to the never-ending feast. To one Miss Winona."
Could you repeat that, please?
Okay, so he says, this humble servant delivers a standing invitation to Miss Winona. It's
The
obviously
endless
spoken
feast.
to the endless feast. And having said that, you will see that from beneath his robe he procures a small dagger, like a sacrificial dagger. And he says, "All hail the Crimson King." And then, with a swift motion, he rips, with this dagger, he rips open his throat. And then falls down on his knees and on his face.
Is it just me, or is it rude to refer to someone by first name when you haven't even met them face to face?
Not even my correct title.
Yeah. Writing down a notebook, Crimson King does not know etiquette.
Crimson King does not know etiquette. Does the Yellow King? Question mark.
Perhaps. Yet to see.
Okay.
Hmm.
Was there any other information to that information? Or is it just, you're invited, please show up? RSVP.
This
Please
could have
join
been
the
an
wait
email.
list.
Yeah.
Winona, if you want, you can roll insight.
Okay, I'll insight this.
He tells you when and where it is based on his body language.
Yeah. The way his blood pooled on the floor for
Well,
He like
Considering it's
spells
the-
out like
Wow,
RSVP in 1 week.
Yeah, he's like,
Considering
wow.
it's called
Find
the
us at Big
unending
Scary
feast,
Tree number 10.
Okay.
Considering it's the
fine.
unending feast, I think the time is at your discretion.
Alright, 27.
Yeah, but maybe they like have a new banquet, like a more feast. Feast 2,
Over 27.
What about
Winona.
luncheon?
You imagine that not all Night Lords are semi-reasonable, like Beckett or Hellstrom, and they have certain eccentricities or are just plain insane. Considering what this emissary did at the behest of his master, more like. And yes, if you do check the body, it's not undead.
Oh, that's not good.
And the 27 insight. There is a momentary pang of pain, migraine, as your brain, your subconsciousness tries to access something, remember something that you shouldn't, something that happened when you were searching for your solution to the body problem. And you remember that the dream, the divide between the yellow and crimson. And in this mad, not really comprehensible way, well, this might have sounded like a invitation. It can be taken as a warning. Whatever this Crimson King is, he was also involved in the past. How or in what specifics, you cannot recall, you do not want to recall, as the edicts slowly, mercifully recedes.
This is just awesome. Okay. Oy. So I'm invited to attend a dinner. Okay. What to do? Is there any other information? Cause I'm just
No,
fucking
it's
triple checking to make sure that that's all he said.
yeah, that's all they said. So it's pretty much like not something that needs to be done right now. It's
Yeah.
just for now. It's just a first clue of slowly growing threat in the background.
Oh, good. The impending doom. Okay, I will write that down.
The doomsday clock takes another
Based-
second.
Based on his footsteps, do we know which direction he came from?
Give me a survival.
Anyone else got a better survival?
Anyone else got
good survival?
anyone else got a better? I might actually have a better survival.
I know Raikoma has an insanely good survival, but I don't know if
Yeah,
he'd be willing to help in this
Actually,
one.
I've got a +5, so if anyone can beat a +5
I have a
on
plus
their
2,
survival.
my guy.
I have a +1.
I've got a +4.
I'll give you
okay.
advantage. I'll bring up the
I know.
idea to you and give you advantage.
All right, here we go. And how do I check for advantage when I make this roll, or do I just roll twice?
Shift click?
I always don't remember. It's either control or
click?
shift.
Alt
I'm
click?
not sure.
One of them.
I'm
Like
gonna try
shift.
shift.
Control is a disadvantage, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well I'm just gonna roll again, and we'll just take whichever one was higher. Okay, 20.
All right. We got 20. It doesn't take you too long. A few minutes at the very most. If you follow slightly fresh tracks, footsteps belonging to this unfortunate fellow, and you arrive at, as you imagine, the beginning, the start of when he first appeared. And it seems to you that he appeared in the middle, or like he emerged from very old, rotting carcass.
Oh,
As you find a large animal, the size of a bear or something like of similar size or larger, that is, the stench is horrendous, and it basically looks like the middle of it, the center, like the rib cage exploded. It's like all torn to pieces, as if something emerged from inside the belly. And basically at the side of that carcass, the footsteps begin.
okay. Putting Night Lord of Flesh ? Into my inventory. Let's put that in my notes.
Let me just pencil that in.
Let me just write that down. Endless invited
Godskin
to
apostles
the
much?
endless. Yeah, the Godskin Apostles.
Terrifying. Underline.
Winona is quaking in her fucking boots.
Make
Nothing has
sure
scared
that
her before,
elephant
but
man
this has
does
scared
not
her.
Get killed.
Yeah. Yeah, Winona, you have never seen Winona scared before. She is afraid. Like, fucking, you would need, like, passive perception of fucking 4 or lower to tell that she's afraid. Like, she's fucking terrified. Okay. Well, shall we continue on our adventure?
I probably should have done it earlier, but let's play it off that it happens around the same time. Surely a coincidence. Sasa, you hear a voice in your head. You believe that's a message coming through. And I'm just... I can't recall off the top of my head. Actually need to double check how this works. No, wait, what the fuck? Message is only 120 feet? So what's the spell I'm thinking of?
Sending, maybe?
Ah,
Yeah,
sending.
sending.
Okay.
Yep, sending is the long distance.
It's the text message.
Woo-doo.
Fucking like ping sound.
Yeah, Discord ping. You've got mail.
You've got spam.
Yeah, so you hear and you recognize the voice of Beckett. And the message says, Miss Sasa, how did it go? Are you still alive?
Is
Do
JP still alive?
you respond? Oh wait, that's a question. Have I missed it? I don't.
I haven't heard JP in a while.
Yeah, but like I don't recall them saying "be right back" or something. Maybe so I wasn't
Nope.
sure if I missed that.
I've been kind of busy dealing with my cat being a bitch.
No, that's.
I'm sorry.
That's fair. Do I need to repeat something? Or...
Recap. Yeah,
Oh.
recap really quickly. What you need me for?
Sasa receives a message from Beckett as he sends a
Great.
sending spell. And basically the message states, Miss Sasa, how did it go? Are you still alive?
I will answer. It went well. He was fun. I have been really weird with my messages, but it went well. He was fun. I forgot the other thing that I was going to say. How do you say soon without saying soon? Like, I'm trying to say chapter soon, but not like that. More like chapter when I'm back? Question mark?
Talk to you later.
You could do like
Love you. See
Not-
you. Bye.
Talk to you later,
you
miss you.
could
Bye.
you could do as soon as convenient.
Yeah, that could be it actually. Yeah, you're saying something along the lines of it went well. He's fine. I'm alive. Chapter when I can, when I'm back. Kind of like letting him know.
Mhm. Okay. And you will get another message. I will be looking forward to our meeting. And that's all you get.
Cool. I can answer to that message too.
Yes, you
I
can.
wanna be funny. Oh, and I'll just tell him.
I'm just imagining one of those situations where like you forget to hang
Yeah,
up
I
the
was-
phone and continue talking.
What?
No, nothing.
Oh, sorry, you weren't very quiet. But yeah, I'll for that last message, I just will answer that. Sir, other Lemon Lord.
Elstrom.
I was just Hellstrom. There you go. I tell him that Hellstrom still lives. That's it.
You do not get a response back.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, think of all the
I will
clout you
wait.
could have gained by just saying, "Yeah, we killed him. He was fucking easy, dude."
My lord, easy as fuck.
My DM
I
response
cannot
would
lie
be,
to Becca.
please roll deception.
No,
Perception
no,
DC 30.
I know that
DC
man.
30.
I cannot lie to that man. I remember I was specifically told I cannot lie to Beckett the first time I encountered. So I am not going to lie to him. I did it once. It worked. Never doing it again. Never lying to anyone ever again.
He do be having pretty significant passive insight.
Yeah.
Right. In a minute, I was trying to remember, but I think like distance-wise, because both the funny that Church mentioned the permanent landscape landmark, but I think that going from where you are going back to City of Hope, the ruined library is first, and then this the Soul Glow, how I call it, is a little bit closer.
Vale's mistake. Capital M. Ooh, yikes. Anyway.
So yeah. Yes, and on if yeah, that would be closer to like 4th day of journeying. That you would be yeah, both Pastor and Sasa have recollection of the area. And well, this place can still be called Ruined Library. There are still some marks of fighting, the fresher ones, you believe, from the time where Usurper was having a pissing contest with Beckett.
The now known usurper. Wasn't he fighting the usurper too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like by this point in time, if it wasn't like clear before, like after everything that happened and what you have seen, like it was clear that while Usurper was harassing the City of Hope, like bothering you, he was also having a pissing contest with Beckett.
Mhm.
Yeah, so but the general area seems like they try to improve it a little bit, some sort of repair, like some semblance of civilization, even if undead one. But yeah, Pastor and Sasa are able to like find the route down to the ruined library where the librarian resides.
Can I
Yes.
talk to the party beforehand?
Yeah.
I think this Sasa will stop everyone before we go, right? And we'll give them like the rundown of who this person is. Like, hey, the librarian is this bitch. He trades his like information too. He has a lot of souls trapped in there, and that's why like the people at the fort were telling us to like get rid of him. He is welcoming in like in the traditional sense. Let's not kill him immediately. Okay? Looks at Ibram. Not kill yet.
Ibram will just grunt at you and side eye you very heavily.
Okay. I guess that's the best I can get.
I just
And-
look at. I side eye Ibram as Ibram side eye Sasa. Like from the other side of Sasa, I'm like, listen here, little bitch.
What do you want me to do? Just like the same level of communication with my eyes back at you. What do you want me to do? Not kill things that are inherently evil?
The whole point is that they're not inherently evil.
How do we know this? We're just going off the word of somebody who is. This is all communicated.
The person who used to be on the Night Watch that appointed me literally spent almost the entire time we talked explaining exactly this. You were there. You just didn't care at the time.
Fine, I do remember.
Forget to set music
Uh,
on the.
Callie, I gave you a message in DMs, by the way.
Yeah. Give me
this
one
is
second.
you. But yeah, Sasa will say that, and I will mention that he will pretty much just like recall the story of how like the other party encountered the librarian and how like weird it was. So just get everyone on the same page about the librarian before we go in.
Fine, I won't kill the librarian. I won't put my hand on my weapon. But if things go to things, I'm putting a hole in it.
Do I have any idea how Beckett is gonna feel if I kill the librarian?
That's a good question. Because trying to remember, but I don't think you delved into trying to figure out like if this was part of his domain or did he just had a deal with the librarian.
Yeah, I remember one thing. I might be remembering wrong. I remember that it seemed like the librarian was obsessed with like Beckett or like getting knowledge from Beckett, but it didn't go both ways, and that's the only thing I remember.
I don't remember it being that
I may be wrong.
specific. The party, the OG party, definitely saw Beckett here. That he was like perusing the books.
Mm-hmm. Didn't we walk into him talking to Beckett like that one time? I don't remember. I may be misremembering.
Sadly, I don't recall.
Ghost to Shadows channel. I'm looking up that video right now.
Actually, let's cut the Gordian knot. Fuck, what would be the... Because that's like recent history. I don't think history skill would work.
Oh.
In terms of skills. Actually, fuck it. Either intelligence or like history skill check if you want to like recall if you maybe heard something in the passing or like connect the dots.
All right.
Like what's the deal
History
here?
or intelligence?
Yeah, I mean, your history, you have a skill for that, so.
22.
Okay, trying to remember, you do get an idea that the librarian might have been part of, like, you know, basically decided to be a vassal to the to Beckett, to be under his tutelage. But even if that was the case, Beckett didn't seem as invested. He was basically invested in all places of knowledge for their value, not the value of the librarian. And you do have a feeling that, well, if push comes to shove, you do have something better to offer
than him. Okay. I'll Sasa will remember this. We will keep this in mind.
Right. Yeah, the game can be unpaused, like you talked what you wanted to talk.
It's been a million years since I walked these halls.
between the party.
Also, everybody who hasn't please long rest looks at Pastor's like red bloodstain. Who's
I
that? What?
already long rested. Don't worry, that was me.
What the fuck is that?
Looking at some things. Don't worry about it. I
The guy's just
accidentally
got
set
some
my
blood
max
on
health
him.
to
Apparently,
0
looking
for a
at
second.
blood.
I accidentally set my max health to 0 for a second. It's
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I was
What am I
looking at
doing?
the
I don't want to go first. Fuck that. Even.
I was looking at the tough feature and thinking about getting it. So I was
Tough is
thinking
good.
of like
Yeah, that was
I
a
think
great
I'm
feat.
gonna
Mhm.
probably wait like maybe 4 more levels to get that.
Lily, do you want me to just drag you along?
Oh yeah, sorry. Like I actually went to search for the video because I was really
You're
curious.
good. Winona, don't get left behind.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
keeping
as
up.
we are traversing deeper in, you would be seeing, yeah, because I'm not gonna be like moving multiple tokens at the same time. Like you can imagine that some of the specters are like, you know, just wandering about these halls. Some are like not like physically doing anything, but it looks like there are like in motions as if like they are working here, even though they're like not really interacting with the items. Some of them are almost like in like patrol route, like, you know, going up and down. So there are definitely some spirits present, and sure, they all have the same tokens, but you can see the silhouettes, the details differ, like various different races, ancestries, clothing, some of them looking like, you know, scholar types, but others not fully. And as you are approaching, the figure will manifest itself in the middle of the half-ruined fountain.
What do you seek here? Associates of Beckett?
Fuck your wife, fuck him up. No.
That's where
The OG
So
crew
I am off the grid.
might recall it, but like this creature doesn't really have a mouth. Like it's not telepathy. You can hear the voices, but it's like multiple voices speaking at the same time, kind of like a voice of a legion, but it's like every syllable, every word differs in tone, pitch. It's sometimes it makes your teeth like not bristle,
like
reverberate, like making your teeth
Yeah.
reverberate from like
Chatter.
this.
chatter and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So. And yeah, if you like need me to like repeat what it said normally, then I can do that.
They asked what we're looking for to end this thing's life, right? That's what we seek.
Yes, obviously don't say that shit out loud.
Are you
But-
sure? Could be an intimidation tactic.
I'd rather you don't, considering, you know,
Oh.
I don't want it to suddenly tell Beckett out of like nowhere, hey, they're here to
Sure.
kill me kind of deal.
Sure.
Just, I don't want to cut bridges that quickly. And also I want to know how he's doing what it's doing.
Alright.
But if no one wants to say something, I will speak up then. Sasa will step forward and will say, I have a couple questions. Firstly, you gather your knowledge in souls, right? Am I wrong before I ask and I look like an idiot? That was like what I saw last time, right?
That seems to be pretty accurate assessment, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I will ask that and wait for an answer.
The souls are the storage of knowledge. Yes, the efficient one.
Alright. First, highly disagree. Second, so how do you do it? Do you just absorb the souls?
The figure shifts almost as if starting to answer, but then pauses. And even though it doesn't really have eyes, Sasa, you feel more attention being put on you.
The border of this place remains the same, no matter if you deal with Beckett or no. Knowledge for knowledge.
You're also, I forgot you're also like him. Sasa just like shakes her head for like a second. And then she says, okay, how about this? Do you know something about what happened with the Night Lord that disappeared, the Lord of Might?
Sorry, come again?
She's like, do you know what happened to the Lord of Might?
You know what? Let's leave it to the dice.
Riddle me this, librarian.
It has been some time since any reports reached my halls.
So more or less, he doesn't seem to have much information about that.
All right. How about I tell you what happened to him, and you tell me how you get the knowledge from the souls, the actual process. And I'll throw a funny thing in the deal for you, but only if you accept.
Give me persuasion check.
Help.
How?
Somebody help.
How?
I don't know. Just like give help action.
No, I would have to say something to give help action.
Okay, fine.
I ain't talking to this thing.
I'm not talking to that thing. Weird pyramid, I'm good.
Roll. I'm gonna flash of genius too, by the way, so that
Oh,
should be
I
up to
was-
next floor.
What were you
I
gonna
don't
say?
know. I think Passer would definitely try giving the help action.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 24.
All right. The response, its response is after a moment.
Bargained well and done.
So was that a yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Sasa is just gonna like blah 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 tell him oh he was captured by the
He was
usurper,
tricked, essentially.
and then he was he was pretty much tricked. He created this magical field, and I'll just like try to explain in detail like this barrier. I assume that like Sasa talked to Dolan about the barrier.
Yeah,
because Dolan was the one that constructed it.
Okay.
anything that I like was telepathically learning or anything like that, I would have said out loud as I was doing it.
Okay.
So yeah, she will mention all of that, and then she will mention that the castle where the usurper resided and the Lord of Might was was conquered by us, and we wrecked shit in there. There we go. Now you know how to make a big badass barrier.
Okay. So in response, he says that well, his ability seems to be like unique talent for him. Other, well, basically stronger types of undead can exact control over the lesser kind. And essentially he's been here in this place for so long that it's not an extra dimension, but there's definitely a vibe of like, this is his place, like his personal
Like
domain.
a domain. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, although this is not it's not like a, you know, domain expansion. Like this is not extra panel place.
Yeah, not a deity's domain.
It's
in
more.
here.
It's kind of
It's
more
like a simple domain.
It's like a more of a vibe of boundary field from Fate Stay Night.
Okay.
And while it is possible that he collected the first few souls as he was like traveling, gathering power, like now basically because the afterlife is fucked and it's not really known if there is an afterlife, or like you have to do something specific for the bodies to ensure a peaceful rest afterwards. There are plenty of lingering souls up and about, and he collected them for quite some time. Like from the way that it describes, it's been operating for years.
Yeah.
Probably a decade or two. Enough to acquire a sizable collection.
All right. Yeah. Tessa is just like, okay, so a way of learning stuff, like thinking to herself, is like way of learning stuff, but it's like very evil in nature, I guess. At least she feels that way about it. So I don't think she can try it as much as she wants to. She cannot try it. Does anyone have anything to ask? Looks at the party.
How would you like to die? But otherwise, no.
Dolan asked how you want to die.
What? Oh, out of character, Dylan would not do that.
Oh, I thought you were being
joking.
serious.
No.
Least likely character to do that.
He is a kind old man. He would not do that. If anything,
Yeah,
he's like,
ask it.
let's try and put
Go
them
ahead.
to rest as quickly as possible, you know? Not dry out suffering.
Yeah, the librarian doesn't see it that way, but like it is pretty much enslavement of souls. It is enslavement of souls. And it's like no two ways about it. It's like basically, you know, blue and orange morality here.
We are here to kill this guy. Checking in.
Yes, we
We are
should.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
who wants to start killing this guy?
Eh.
Can I hold action?
Pulls out glaive or halberd. Points at librarian him or points at ghost them?
Points at librarian.
Okay, very good. I give you like the equivalent of a thumbs up, but with my eyebrows.
Huh?
Well, if the weapons are coming out. Situation comes tense.
Hee haha.
So why are we killing the librarian?
To free the souls that they have imprisoned.
Who was the second holy weapon?
Yeah, basically,
Ibram.
yeah, basically from that
I
question.
took the holy weapon?
I should have the second one. I think that's just my.
Basically
I
What
from
did you
took
say,
the-
Simone? 1 second. What did you say?
Doesn't JP occasionally use their gun for attacks?
Yes.
And having a holy weapon wouldn't be bad.
Wasn't I told that it could only be on
I think at the
On a
handout
melee
it said
weapon?
literally any weapon, right?
I believe the reason why it was gonna go to